Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Well, let's go. I'm gonna do this. I am going to do this. I guess I have to do this. And I didn't finish seeing the whole thing, but I saw a goat, greatest of all times. And probably most of the people out there probably may not even know this guy. But if you are into football, you know him. And I'm absolutely surprised to see where this guy showed up. Now, we have a very good show here that we still haven't got a whole lot of people to come out and look at. We are very diversified. We don't stay on one subject. We don't get on bad stuff all the time. We don't get on politics or anything else. We are diversified. We dealing with a whole lot of stuff. And this is a change in what we usually do. This guy came to this show with these three black guys, and this white guy shows up. And these guys who had this guy on their show have man, they have my respect out there for as far as shows are concerned, as podcasts are concerned, and this group of guys are called the Pivot
The
with
who?
Clark, the Pivot
Oh yeah,
with
I've seen
Clark
that
and
show.
everybody, and they had the goat on, and the goat is Nick Saban, and they had him on the show, and as the show went on, it got interesting and interesting and interesting to get the viewpoint of this guy who has the most college national championship of anybody, starting with LSU and then Alabama. And these guys, two of the guys, Clark and the other gentleman with the long hair, with the braids in his hair, I forget his name. He played for Nick Saban at LSU, and Clark played for Nick Saban at LSU. So they knew him from his coaching days. But the other guy, he played for Nick Saban at Miami for the 2 years that he was at Miami coaching in college and in professional football. But it got to be really, really, really interesting, Ted. I mean, it was very interesting, the interview that they just did with him. I think they just happened about a week or so ago. So they just got it out here on the Pivot here, and well, at least they got it out here so I can be able to see it because my AI part of my YouTube thing pulls up the Pivot because I watch the Pivot. quite a bit. So if you're watching something quite a bit, YouTube always presents something to you that you usually watch. How they do that, I have no idea, but they do. If you watch something a lot, then they're going to keep. If you get onto YouTube, they're going to show you this stuff. Oh man, I learned a lot about Nick Saban. I didn't really like Nick Saban when he coached at Michigan State. I didn't really like Nick Saban when he coached at LSU. And his years of coaching at Miami, I could have took it or left it. I didn't really start watching him and appreciating him and what he was doing as a head coach until he came to Alabama. And he brought that dynasty and everything to Alabama. Now that he's gone, he's retired. This is his first year, full year gone. He is walking around and doing interviews. And it surprised the hell out of me that the pivot got him to come on that show because that's something that doesn't happen. He's probably the first white person, I guess, that ever came on this show. All the shows that they have done, it's been mostly with black folks. They did. They even had the president on there, Barack Obama on there, and to have him on there, and him to decide to come there on that show, man, it just took them boys to the next level. But they did an excellent interview with him. I mean, an excellent interview with him. They had very, very pointed questions for him, and he answered them. And I think I watched him. He sat on that couch, and when he first came there, like you can tell, he was kind of nervous and didn't know what to expect with those gentlemen and stuff on there. But as the show kept going on, you can tell he got more and more and more loose, man. He got up on this, he pulled himself up on that couch and he moved around and felt real good around those brothers, even though he has coached a lot of black superstars in his days in college and in pro. But they got some real good insight from him about coaching, how he got started, what the heck happened with him. And it was so interesting and stuff. Some of the things that he told about how he coached young men and why he went back to college football and why he has left college football because of, and everybody knows it, he does not like the NIL. He says that NIL is going to destroy college football as we have known it, unless they do something to correct what's going on in college football. And from what I'm hearing him saying, money has just destroyed it. And he says he doesn't have a problem with these kids making money playing college football. But in the 3 or 4 years that they've had NIL there, it has those kids and stuff who are leaving out and going into the pros or under that program. He said it has just ruined them.
Well, he's right for his opinion. I don't agree.
I agree with him.
I don't agree.
I agree. I agree with him wholeheartedly. And the reason why I'm agreeing with him because he didn't completely denigrate the whole system of the NIL. He just was in disagreement and stuff with how twice a year they're letting these kids move from team to team instead of holding them for at least a year or 2 years and stuff so they can be able to learn what the heck going on and become good men, good college football players who are ready to go into the pros. And he's right.
Like
At
I
least a
said, I
year.
don't agree.
I agree with that year. I agree with the 2 years that they should be able to stay there because right now, the only thing those college kids and stuff are looking for is who's going to pay me the most money.
Absolutely. They should.
This is a college, man. This college is their final
I'm going to ask
touch.
you a question. Let me ask you
final
a question.
touch in educating and getting 18
I'm
and
gonna
to
ask you a
24,
question.
22-year-old kids ready to go out there in the world.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Should 18-year-olds go right to hockey and make a lot of money?
Should do what?
18-year-olds go right into hockey and they sign multi-million-dollar contracts.
I just told you, money is not the issue.
Baseball is the same way. And if you're good enough, you go straight to the majors. But you can
The
play triple
money
A,
is
double
not.
A, 1A, and you make a lot of money. Now, let me tell you where I'm going here. Here's the thing. When you say they don't learn, that's not true. They do. Because
They
number
don't.
one, they got mentors, they have experience, they have family, they have all that. Now, yeah, some gonna fall by the wayside, but even during his time when they was going straight 4 years and all that, you still had problems.
You
Matter of
cannot
fact,
convince me that this is a good system
I'm
for
not
these
trying to
college
convince you,
kids.
Ed. I'm just giving you my opinion.
Okay.
And I'm just telling you that.
No, you can't tell me now. You're gonna have to say it.
No,
You don't tell me.
well, I'm talking, so therefore I'm telling you. I'm not trying to convince you or persuade you. What I'm saying is that this is good. Basketball is good.
Your opinion.
Football is good. I
Your
love it.
opinion. Your opinion.
I love it.
And opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
That's right, just like you. Just like you. And just like him. That's his
Right.
opinion.
And that's
He
why I'm
can't
saying
handle
you
the
can't
heat, get out of the
you
kitchen. And he
you
got out of
cannot
the kitchen.
convince me that this is a good system
He
that
got
they
out
have
of the
out
kitchen
there.
because he's still an asshole, as far as I'm concerned. Nick Saban's asshole. He used all of those football players.
That's
He used them
that's
and
my hero. That's
making
my
$7
hero.
to $10 million and didn't
That's
give those players a dime.
that's my hero.
He was a user. That's what
That's
he
my
was.
hero.
And I'm glad he gone.
It's my hero.
I'm
He's
glad he
coming
gone.
back. He's coming
If you
back.
can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
He's coming back.
Because I see my man Dion know how to deal with it. Get with the program, bruh.
Or does he?
He dealing with it.
Or does he?
He have dealt with it.
Or does he? Anyway, next year we'll tell the tale.
How many let me ask you a question. How many black coaches did he promote?
He promoted quite a few.
Oh, really? Who? What black coach you know that went to the pros or got a college coaching job?
He went to the boy that was at Michigan State that just got fired. He coached. He got him.
One. How many more can
There's
you
a
count?
lot more of them. He
But I
had
can
there
name
at
a
his.
whole lot of.
He had
I
in
can
his
name
program.
a whole lot of white guys that got was under his tutelage.
The white guy's gonna get that thing anyway, Ted. The white guys are gonna get that thing anyway. He did have some effect upon hiring
players?
black coaches.
Most of his players were black.
He had black coaches and stuff on his team in college. Every year there were some black coaches on his team.
What, one or two?
They had more than one or two sitting down this. You go back, look at some of the games and stuff, and all the years he played, there have been black coaches sitting on that sideline. You don't know what you're talking about. I've been watching him since 2015.
Well, I think I know what
There
I'm
were
talking
black
about.
coaches on the
All I'm saying
sideline.
is that he was a user making $10 million, and those players weren't making a dime.
All them college coaches are users. They making big
Well,
money
it's
and
over
stuff.
now, Ed.
Okay.
It's over.
It's not
It's
over.
over.
It's not over.
It's over. You cannot use these players like they little.
It's not over.
Like
It's
they
not
like
over.
they high stock.
It's not over,
It's over.
and
Basketball
it's not
players,
over.
football players, they they running
It's
the
not
show, and that's what it
over.
should be.
It's not over. It is not over. And I don't care what you say.
I don't like.
It's not.
You know
It's
what?
not.
He's not a
It
mean guy,
doesn't.
but
It
he ain't no
doesn't matter
nice guy.
because you've never been a coach before, so you have no idea
What the
what
hell
you're
you
talking
talking
about.
about? I talk. What are you talking about? I coached AAU, bro, for years.
I'm
The
talking
hell you
about
talking about?
football, bro. I'm talking
Basketball,
about
basketball,
football.
same thing,
Football.
same thing.
Football. I'm talking about football now.
Basketball and
I'm talking
football ain't no
about
different.
football. It is
What the hell you
different.
talking about? I ain't never
It is
coached.
different. You've never coached it, so you
Shit.
have no idea what you're talking about. You was
Oh,
a
what are you talking
novice.
about? Coaching football and
I'm talking about
basketball is
coaching
different? Ain't no
football. Yes,
difference.
sir.
It ain't no
I
difference.
I've coached football. Yes, it is. That's a big difference. I've coached it. I know it's a big difference.
Ain't
I've
no
offi-
difference.
I've coached it. I've officiated it. It's a big difference than basketball. It's a
Tell
big
me what the
difference.
difference is, Ed.
It's a big difference. You
Tell
got
me the
more.
difference.
You got more players.
What the difference?
You got more players.
What is the difference?
You got more players.
You said that 3 times. What's the difference?
That's the difference. You got more players.
What's that got to do with anything?
You got more players than basketball.
What does that got to do with anything?
You got more players than basketball.
Matter of fact, that's better for the football because you got more talent.
No, it's not.
The screen.
No, it's not. You have
In
no idea what you
basketball,
talk.
you'd be lucky if you got 25
You don't.
people
You have
you
no
could going
idea
out.
what you guys got on the basketball team. That's what they put out there on the first team. We ain't counting at the other 80-some players and stuff who was sitting there on that sideline.
Yeah, doing nothing.
You don't have that many. You got a little
waste of
bench.
talent.
You got a little bench sitting over there with about 6 players sitting over there, and the other 5 out there playing. That's it.
So
It's
that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
it does. It's a big difference. You got a
You
lot
got
more
people
people.
sitting on the
You
bench
have
in
a lot
football
more.
that's the
You have a lot
better
more
running back
kids
than the
that you're
starter
dealing
running
with.
back. He's sitting
You
on the
have a
bench.
lot more personalities that you're
That's
dealing
why
with. You have
that
a
is
lot more.
why
You got
it's
a lot
good for
more
the
money
players.
that you're dealing with. You
You
got a
sit up
lot
here and
more
you did all that
everything.
recruiting
You
to
have
me.
a lot
I'm the
more
best running back
everything
in the
that
state,
you are doing.
and I ain't even getting
Everything.
no time.
Yes, I am. I'm an
No,
expert,
you're not.
and you
He's
don't
sitting
know
on
what
the
you're
bench.
talking about.
That's why they leave. That's why they leave. They're
I'm
not
an
sitting on the
expert,
bench for 4
and you
years.
have no idea what the hell you talking about.
Oh, yes, I do. I do. Yes, I do. You as a player, as a real player.
You have no idea what the hell you talking about.
Man, I done seen too many football players, good football players, that don't get a shot, and then therefore they're just sitting
Hey,
there
you got a
rotting
lot
away.
more. You have a lot more
Rotting away.
players
Why
and
do you think
stuff
so
that
many
you
players
have sitting down
transfer
there
out?
on that bench on this
I
over
bet
there
you, I'm
playing
gonna bet you right
basketball,
now,
Bou-
I bet you he
bouncing,
would have more
bouncing,
players transfer out
bouncing
of
the ball up and
Alabama
down the
than
court.
any school.
Any
'Cause he didn't play
any
it.
dumb person can go out there and shoot a basketball, but you got to be smart to get out there and play football. You got to have some
Oh, you
brain
know that's a
power.
lie.
You
You know
got to
that's a
have some
lie.
brain power to get out there
You
and
know
play
that's a lie.
football. No, it's not.
You know that's a lie.
You gotta have
That bullshit football
you
stuff
gotta have a
ain't
lot
nothing
more
but, it
smarts,
ain't nothing
buddy.
but blocking and running. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's
They
why
try to make like it's all
and
intelligent and all that, but
that's
it ain't nothing but
why
blocking and
you
running.
have
Because
no
what it all
idea
boils down is up to the running
what
back
you are
and it's up
talking
to the wide
about.
receiver.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
They just make it. The little plays don't mean nothing. Half of those plays don't even run.
Yeah, you are without a clue. That's what they call whack. You're not even woke. You were just whack.
I hear you
can't even,
talking, but you know I'm telling the truth.
you can't even put the e in there. You just
Yeah,
whack.
hey, you know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling
No,
the
I
truth.
don't. You can't
You know I'm
you
telling
can't
the truth.
convince me.
How
You
you
can't
gonna
convince
spend?
me, bro.
You gonna spend thousands of dollars recruiting me? I'm an All-American high school football player, best running back in the country, and you gonna sit me on the bench for 3 years? That's what he did many times. Quarterbacks messed up. Good quarterbacks.
He messed up nothing.
Yes, he did. What did he do
Yes.
to Jalen
He,
from
he,
Philadelphia?
he asked Jalen Hurts, did that hurt him?
I don't give a shit.
Ask him.
He
That's
sat
the
on that
man.
bench.
Ask him. He did interviews and
It was
they
his
asked him about
desire.
it, and he said
It was his
it didn't hurt him.
Yes, it did.
It didn't hurt him.
Yes, it did.
It made him a better player.
And yes, well, yeah,
It didn't hurt
that's what we
him.
gotta do.
It didn't hurt him.
That's
Sometimes
what
you
we
got to
have
sit.
to do,
Sometimes you
Ed.
got to sit them down
No,
so they can get better.
no.
Yes, it
He
is.
messed that man's college career up.
He didn't mess that man college career up nothing.
Yes, he did. He could have
No,
won
he
that
didn't.
championship.
No, he didn't. That man went to Oklahoma and did the same thing he did at Alabama.
You just answered
bro.
my question.
He did. He went there, and
you just answered my question.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you a YouTube video where
you don't even hear what you're saying.
the reporter is asking him, "Did he get hurt at Alabama?" And Jalen himself, the man himself, gonna tell you that it did not hurt him.
He transferred
that he appreciated the time that he spent there
at
Alabama. He said, I loved it there. And he did not. He understood. He said, I'm appreciative of Mr.
Talk to
Nick
him behind
Saban.
closed doors. I bet you
Coach
won't be saying the same
Nick
thing.
Saban. And ain't a whole lot of players out there that can tell you that there was something wrong with him. You can go to the National Football League, and all of them who played for him will not say anything bad about him.
I'm going to say this. When he retired, I didn't see a whole lot of players giving him all kind of compliments.
He put a Hall of Fame on the first ballot.
Excuse me.
The Hall of Fame on the first ballot.
I didn't see a whole lot of players praising him.
Hall of Fame on the first ballot.
Ain't no whole lot of players praised him.
Yes, they did.
I didn't see it.
You can't tell me that there's a player who said anything bad about him that went into the National Football League. None of them.
Yeah, because he got the best.
Hey, that's what that game. That's the name of the game.
They paid for the best.
That's the name of the game, brother. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. They paid
for the best.
That's the name of the game.
Now they gotta really pay.
Hey, that's not the problem. The money is not the problem. Money is not the problem.
Players.
Money is not the problem.
Money has always been the problem with the players.
No, it's not.
Yes, it has been.
No, it's not.
Now, during that time, back 20 years ago, only the top players got bucks under the table. Now they wide open, and I'm happy for them.
Nobody said anything about taking the money away from the players, young man. We're talking about what's going on out there right now with them being educated, not about the money.
What are you talking about educated, man? We already know that half the damn football players
don't graduate. About the money.
We already know more than half the players in the football don't even graduate.
Most of them do graduate. They go back to school, just like Clark did. He left and went and played football, but he went back. There's a whole bunch of players and stuff who wanted to do better for themselves. Went back to school and graduated.
Well, that's what the NBA players do too. So what?
Not all of them. There's a whole lot more and stuff. There's a whole lot more. There's a whole lot more out there. There's a whole lot more of them out there that's sitting out there broke and running around there and homeless.
Well, you don't read about all the football players that's broke.
Hey, so you denigrating these football players because they broke. They went out and got money and stuff. They got money at the National Football. They gave them money in the National Football League, and now they broke.
I have not.
They gave them money and they broke. That's my point. My point is they got money, and money don't solve the problem.
That are broke too.
The money does not solve the problem.
Well, that's what you're playing.
Money doesn't solve the problem.
You're playing the sport for money.
No, but money doesn't. Most of them are not playing the thing for the money. They're playing it to get an education. That's what they're playing it for. When I went there to get an
You didn't
education.
play football though, bro.
I played basketball, but
All right, then.
I was
What the
involved
hell
in
you talking
football.
about? You don't know
I'm
what you're
out
talking
there.
about.
I was out there on the football, watch the football team. I'm seeing my boys out there on the football team. I'm
You
out
didn't
there with
play
them.
football
I did play football.
in high school.
Right. And I went out there and I was gonna be playing in college and stuff, but my coach wouldn't let me. He said, "Boy, you a basketball. You ain't got to go out there." So I went out there
What? Wait,
and I followed my boys.
Excuse
That
me,
was my
excuse me,
job. That was my
excuse me.
job, being with the football
Hello,
team.
hello. You trying to
I
tell
had
me
I had
that
a
you couldn't have
job.
got you couldn't
I
if you were
had
that good,
I
if
had
you was
a
that good, you should have went played
job
football.
working with
You
the
trying to tell
football
you
team.
my coach wouldn't let me.
He wouldn't let me. He said,
You a free man.
Your
You could have done what
scholarship
you
is
want to do.
basketball." But I still went out there and was with the football team.
Who
So
cares?
that's
You
where
didn't
I
play.
got my
You
job.
didn't play.
I got my
You
money
didn't
out there with
play.
him. I watched
You
them out
didn't
there.
play.
I'd be out there on the sidelines and holding their
You
towels
didn't
for them.
play. Who
I wipe them
cares?
down. And
Who
the boys
cares?
come off the sideline.
Who
I wipe
cares? You
them
didn't
down.
play.
All right.
You
They
didn't
coming
play,
into the
bro.
locker room.
You
I'm
didn't
sitting there with
play.
them.
You didn't
I'm
play.
passing out jerseys
I
and
don't want
stuff
to
and
hear it. You
everything.
didn't play.
I'm passing out jerseys. Hey man, my jersey torn. Hey, Bishop, give me another jersey. Okay, I'm gonna get another jersey for her.
You didn't play.
They got to get some. They go to the shoe counter, give them their shoes. Hey man, give me your shoes. That was my job. Job. As long as they played football, I was there with them. Them my boys. That's how I learned about football, and that's how I started coaching. Nah. Okay. So anyway, what else you got to say here? Since you so smart here, we
I'm
done spent
extremely smart.
we
I
done
got
spent
160 IQ, bro.
we done spent 26 minutes sitting up in here arguing about a coach who is
Who
worth
really ain't nothing but a user.
who is worth millions of dollars right
I
now,
know it. Made his
and
money off black people.
he doesn't have to work at all right now because he's worth millions of dollars.
Yeah, right.
And
Made all
I
his money off of black people.
and I have all the utmost respect for him, and I'm pretty sure that Fred Taylor and Mr. Clark and the other gentlemen and stuff have utmost respect for him too, or they wouldn't have had him
They just
on
trying to
their
get
show.
clicks, bro. That's
They
all they
wouldn't have
trying to
had
get
him.
clicks.
They would not have had him on their show. So all you folks out there, go and watch the pivot, get a chance, and see the interview with my hero, Hall of Fame coach, College Hall of Fame,
That's a shame, boy.
on
You
the
know
pivot,
your hero is
on the
Nick
pivot,
Saban, the
talking
user.
talking to the
He ain't
brothers,
nothing but a user,
talking to the brothers,
and you
and the
know it.
brother and the brothers love it. They enjoyed him being on their show.
That's because they want clicks.
That's their
They're trying to build their audience. They want the white audience
ex
too.
coach. And even Mr. Taylor and stuff respect him. He said, "Man, I wish I could have played for you while you was at Michigan State." He came there to get. He was recruited to come to Michigan State, and he didn't. He stayed at Miami. Gone, Fred. But Fred said he wished he could have stayed there with him too, if he had a chance. If he could do it all over again, he'd go there and play with him because he loves that old man. that white man. So what else you got? Let's go. Let's change the subject here. And please let's not talk about Trump. He just it just too much nasty stuff going on, man. I can't stomach him no more. I went to my news feed this morning about 4:30, and everything on that goddamn thing was, excuse my French people, was Trump. I said
Ed, let me tell you something.
I cut that shit off. I cut it off.
Ed, this man is destroying this country. You say you don't want to talk about him.
I said I don't want to talk about Trump. I said
Okay,
because
but what I'm saying is, here's the issue. This
I didn't.
man has just got rid of all the DEI in the federal government. They fired tomorrow. Fired hundreds of people.
Didn't I say that I didn't want to talk about this man, Ted? That's the that sometimes you can't stomach stuff, man. You got to just let it. You got to let it go for a little bit so you can be able to open your mouth and say something.
I'm just
Um,
saying. I mean, how you gonna? This man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Today, so I'm all in the business world, and I'm looking at all the different business channels. I'm reading the business articles. Man, these people are confused. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what to do. Now you got a lot of people that's trying to be optimistic, and because the stock is going up, everybody thinking that okay, regulations is over. You know, we're gonna get rid of all these regulations, and they foaming at the mouth, and some of them are thinking that they can beat the system, and some of them think they can do this and do that. This, let me tell you, $500 billion to the AI. This is a game, man. This ain't for the people. He ain't doing nothing for the people. He ain't doing nothing for the people. This is a game. We talked about it yesterday. Him and his wife both got Bitcoins. I'm trying to figure out what is he going to do for the people. And the thing is, give it 3, 4, 5, 6 months. It's over. They already said that 10% tariffs going on China. So they think this is a joke. This ain't no joke. This is no joke. This is serious business. This right here, this is going to bring a whole lot of hardship to a lot of people. Whole lot of hardship to a lot of people. Not the 10%, upper 10% people making 2, 3, 4, 500,000 or more. But those people, you know, I don't care if you're making 150,000 a year, you're gonna be hurting, bro. I'm telling you, because that lifestyle is gonna be gone. Gone. So when I'm reading all these articles, man, and I'm saying to myself, man, I'm up this morning. I'm telling you, bro. And Devo is having a little conference like they use all these billionaires and billionaires, and you know, the president of Argentina talking all that, praising Trump and all that, talking about all the regulations that and what he want to do to Argentina and all that stuff. This right here is a game, man. These people, all they want is to be multi-billionaires and millionaires, and they don't to hang with all the rest of the people. I don't know what these working people gonna do. How they gonna survive? You know, one thing you got to give China. I'm gonna talk about China. I'm gonna tell you one thing you can think about China is they are monetizing that country from top to bottom. Their infrastructure is becoming impeccable. They even fighting climate change, cutting down on all of their coal use, a lot of that stuff. I mean, he got 1.5 billion people, But hey, 800 million of those people are gonna be looking pretty good. Because they know how to spread themselves out and monetize their country. Here we arguing over little diddly stuff, pennies, nickels, and dimes, when we should be modernizing our country. Talking about culture wars and all that stupid stuff. So we don't have a plan, bro. We don't have a plan. This country don't have a plan. We don't have a vision. Where's our vision at? You know, everybody say the American dream. What's the American dream now? College degree, a house and 2 cars? Is that the American dream? No. You got to be a millionaire now, a multi-millionaire. And I ain't talking about no $5 or $10 million. You got to be way up there. 100 million or more. So I feel for you. All those people that's sitting up here that believing in this crap. And right now, everything is cool. It's cool because, you know, Biden fixed this thing straight up. He had all kind of things going for people to make it and everything. But when you had these saboteurs coming around, deliberately raising prices and price gouging people in cars and rent and mortgages and housing and all that, food, the American people better wake up. They ain't for you. What they say? They ain't like us. We working, my whole life, I worked for my whole life, 50 years. And I'm telling you, you got people that they don't care. From janitor to executive officers. That's me. That's me, bro. I'm telling you. These people, man, I don't know. I don't get it. They think they can live off of. I'm sorry. When they start cutting jobs, right now they're already cutting jobs. I saw Amazon just shut down the whole thing in Canada. 1,900 jobs. I told you yesterday that's what's going to happen. They're going to just start cutting these jobs. Going to be a whole lot of job cutting. That's not being negative. That's just a fact. There'll be a whole lot of job cutting.
You still talking about Trump?
I'm not talking about Trump.
Oh, well, I thought
I'm talking about corporate world. The corporate world.
Okay, well, as long as you still talking about Trump, I'm fine. Go ahead.
I'm just talking about the corporate world, bro.
Well, my name is Tim Cook. I'm the CEO of Apple. I've been the CEO of Apple since Steve Jobs passed away. And my business with Apple has expanded so much that I'm overseas making just as much money as I make here in the United States of America. And I done contribute $1 million to Donald Trump's inaugural festivities. I was invited to sit on the rostrum with him and look down on the other folks who were sitting down there in the audience. My job depends on me being able to do business here in the United States and on an international stage. Some of my products are produced by Foxconn, who is in China. And if this man enacts this tariff on Chinese goods, it's going to affect my iPhones and my iPads and my MacBooks if it comes in here into the United States. So I got a vested interest in making sure that this man don't screw up my shit. So I drop $1 million just to keep this son of a gun from making me lose several $100 billion. I'm gonna play the game.
Yeah, that's the corporate world.
I'm gonna
That's
play the
corporate
game.
world.
I'm gonna play the game. Keep this son of a gun. Say, hey, buddy, I just dropped $1 million in your pocket over here.
That ain't no money for Trump.
Don't add all them tariffs and stuff to my products, because the magic word was we're gonna probably do it February the 1st. And my point to anybody out there is, why didn't he do it right now? He did all the rest of that shit.
So you don't think he's gonna do it?
He ain't gonna do it. He did all the rest of that stuff. He put them DEI folks out right away. Told them, don't waste no time. Put they butts out now. All the rest of that stuff, do it now. He didn't say it with their tariffs. He said, well, February the 1st.
You know what? You just answered my question. Just think about what you just said. Where's the CEO from Apple? Where's he from? Where's he from?
I didn't hear you.
Where's he from?
Ireland.
What?
Ireland.
Where's the CEO from Coca-Cola from?
I don't know. I don't know who he is.
Great Britain. And I can go on and on. Verizon, Germany. What I'm saying is these corporations are international. We talked about it yesterday. This is about world business. They don't care about what happens to the little man. They're looking for people who's going to work for them, do their job. That's it. The main thing is they're looking for making money for their shareholders so that they can keep making money. That's all they care about. They don't care about us. They don't care about the working man. They don't care about the American people, because they already know, hey, the American people, all you need is 160 million jobs. That ain't nothing to them. That ain't nothing. When you got a whole world, China, India, now Africa, they're going to try to use. They didn't use up Ireland. So they don't care, you know. So that's the game. That's the game. They looking to make money. That's all they care about. So you say, well, $1 million ain't nothing there. It ain't nothing. And he wants to keep making money. So therefore he gonna play the game. And just like these corporations, these board people, they say, hey, this British guy got connections all over the country, all over the world, over in Europe. We can put our products over there. He got the connections. And we can do how many billions of dollars over in there in Europe. This is the game, bro. Because they had already reached their plateau market share here in America as far as Coca-Cola. They're looking for other markets, emerging markets. That's why they want China so bad. But that president over there, he ain't letting that happen. And India is just too poor, but they got some kind of value. But they want that China market, bro. That's what they want. But he ain't having it. So these games that these people play, I don't respect none of them, really. I mean, because they take all their businesses overseas now. They take all their business overseas. General Electric got half of their employees overseas. I got a book or a article I read, and it shows you all the employees that these major corporations, top 500 corporations, and a lot of them are overseas because they want that market share. Our market is too tiny. We are consumers, but we consume other products, a whole lot of different kind of products, and they're looking to broaden their horizons. And the only way you're going to do that is go worldwide. So they do everything they can. They'll sell their soul so that they can keep in favor of whoever they got to keep in favor of. That's why they don't care about black folks. Because they already know that what we spend our products on, our money on, they know us better than ourselves. When it comes to consumerism, because that's what we're about here. We are, of the world, we do 25 to 30% of consumerism of the world. But they need more markets. We are the business capital of the world. So therefore, we create businesses, all kind of stuff that we create, but then we have to market that stuff. And those new companies, they're marketing consumer products, because everything is just a repeat anyway. It's competition. That's all. It's just like T-shirts. You got 2 million people selling T-shirts. It's all competition. Who sells the most T-shirts? Nike. So just a market. It's all about capitalism.
Oh boy.
So to give them credit and give them praise, nah, they don't get no praise from me. None of them. Them phones over there, your iPhone that you paid, I don't know what you paid for it, but most people paid what? They paying what, $1,800 for an iPhone or whatever they're paying for it. And the thing is, it only costs $2 to make.
Yeah, hey.
My phones don't cost but $2 to make, bro. They sell them to you for $1,000.
And I buy it proudly.
Of course, because we're consumers.
I proudly buy it. I
We're
proudly buy it.
consumers.
I proudly buy it. That's my status symbol. I got me
I
an
know.
iPhone, so I
Status,
pay
huh?
for it. So I pay for it. I'm gonna pay for it. If they put out another one of the stuff when I want to get it, I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, it make you feel good.
Yes, sir. Because I'm gonna show my man, I got me an iPhone. Shit, I
You
got me
know,
some. I got one. That's
I
my
grew out of
status
that when
symbol.
I was like 22.
Well, I haven't. That's my status symbol. I got my
I
iPhone.
don't care nothing about
I
status and.
got I got everything around here is my Apple stuff. Everything is Apple here, except for this thing over here, my TV screen. The only thing, the screen is. I don't think it ain't Apple. Everything else is Apple, and the microphone. It's not Apple either. In my
Well, I
mouth.
mean, to each his own. You know that's not a judgment. I'm not judging anybody for
Yeah,
whatever
they
they
became
acquire. You know
they
that's them.
they became a
But
trillion
when
dollar company
three
because
trillion, 3 trillion,
partly
bro.
that's
If you
what
say
for
a
three
trillion,
that
they 3 trillion.
three trillion. They became a three or four, whatever they want to be, dollar company because Ed bought bought him some apples. He became a $3 trillion company because Ed bought him some apples.
And that's hey,
Part of that, $3 million is Ed. Yeah. So I done bought that. I done helped bring him
but
up to 3 trillion.
Ed, is it the question is, regardless of if it's a status symbol, that's fine. But it's the quality. So Apple makes a better quality
Absolutely.
laptop. They make a
In
better
my
quality phone. They make a
absolutely.
better. That's the thing. It's the
Absolutely.
quality.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's not the issue. The issue is, like, people buy things, and they, you know, I used to buy a lot, and which I do still have a lot, and I don't buy them anymore. I ask for it for my birthday and my, Christmas and stuff like that. I used to. I don't do it so much. I used to love polo shirts. Right in my closet right now, I got probably about 15 or 20 polo shirts,
Whoa.
probably more. And the thing is that the polo shirt actually has probably 3 levels of polo shirts. You can buy them for $35. You can buy them for $55. You can buy them for $110. But the quality of the material, but you still get the same emblem. The polo right there on your chest. So don't nobody really know if you got a $35 or $110 polo shirt, unless you're a polo person that's a connoisseur.
Well, I'm not. I can guarantee you that. I wouldn't know how much they cost.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Everybody got their own little taste and what have you. But I'm just saying that the bottom line is that that's what we are. We are consumers, and we are status people. And certain things people think when they have that status, they think they're better than the other people because they got this and they got that, which maybe they are. I don't know. But it don't phase me one way or another. But we are consumers. Just American people, our American people are consumers. That's all we are. We don't produce a damn thing.
Sometimes that's that's okay to be a consumer. Sometimes we've strived, Mr. Harvey, on surviving. We didn't survive through a whole lot of stuff. and we're going to survive even further. I believe we're going to survive no matter what. No matter if they cutting them folks' jobs out. Man, they've been cutting jobs out when you was out there working in Los
Oh,
Angeles.
yeah.
They was cutting jobs out. So they ain't going to stop. It's a reality that they're going to cut a job out. They took that place over there, right there in Kankakee, Illinois, and shut General Foods down.
Down.
They, they employed more black people in General Food than any other place there in that town, and
You know where they went?
they shut it down.
You know where they went? They
Doesn't
went to
matter where they went.
Kansas.
It doesn't
They
matter
went to
where they went.
Kansas.
It doesn't matter where they went. They
And
shut it
then
down.
once they got
And
once they couldn't they got cheaper labor there in Kansas, then they
and
went to overseas.
and the people who worked there, they still live. They
They
probably didn't
struggled.
make as much money, but they still live. They survive. We have been surviving for a long time, brother, and we're gonna survive through this. We done been through hell and back. We done been through the mountains and the valleys. We done been everywhere, all up and down. We done been to plateaus, whatever. We gonna survive. We gonna make it
But
through
okay,
this.
now I hear you saying that. I hear you saying that. But the thing is that if you really look at when you say survive, that's true. We will survive. However, when you really look at the market and you look at the nationalities, ethnic groups, and things like that, there are certain ethnic groups that do certain things, that make certain things, or have certain things that are branded into their community. For example, I'm going to use this. Who makes the most eyewear in the world?
Don't know, don't care. Go ahead.
Italians. Who makes the most suits in the world?
Don't know, don't care.
The Europeans.
Okay.
And on and on.
Okay.
What do we make?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
We gonna make a living. I hate to hear doom and gloom.
That's not doom and
And that's
gloom,
why
bro.
I said that. I hate to hear doom and gloom.
It ain't
I
doom
wanna
and gloom. It's fact.
I wanna be positive. I wanna sit up and be positive. I don't care if that old boy, I ain't gonna say his name, I'm tired of saying it. I don't care if he cut DEI out. I don't care. We're gonna make it. Some kind of way we're gonna make it through. Whatever got to be done, we're gonna find something else to see. We're gonna find some other kind of way and stuff to make it. We're gonna find some other kind of way to educate our folks. We're gonna find some kind of way to make sure that a lot of these folks who didn't vote will get back out there and vote again in 2 years. We got to find a way. That's it. Find a way. Some kind of way, find a way. I have told people, and I'm saying it to you now, I have taken can't out of my dictionary. You tell me you can't. I can't. Yes, I can. I'm going to be positive all the time. I can. We can. And just like you just said, keep hope alive. Keep
That's
hope
all we
alive.
got.
Keep hope alive.
That's all we got, bro. Is keep hope alive. That's what.
Keep hope alive.
That's the whole thing. We have to keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. That's what I'm trying to do. Keep hope alive. Keep
But
hope alive.
there are people that's out there that's
And just like James Brown said, open the door so I can get it myself. If you open the door, I'm gonna get it myself. Just open the door, crack it. Make it do crack it or leave it unlocked. I'm open. I'm gonna get
What?
it myself.
Well, ooh, man, that saying irritates me. Open the door and I'll get it myself.
Open the door. I'm gonna get it myself.
That saying right there irritates me.
It may,
You know why?
but it motivates.
I have to open up my own door.
Well, I just say just leave it unlocked. I can open it.
I have to make my own door, bro.
You leave it unlocked. I can open.
And that's something that we have not, well, not as a whole, because there's a lot of people out there that's made their own door of opportunity. They weren't dependent on somebody else to open the door. We have to make our own door. However, you do have people that will sabotage you.
Yep. Final word, sir. We at our 1 hour mark. We done pissed out this whole hour. But so go ahead.
Well, you talking about you want to be positive. You say the thing is, when you have a conversation about reality of what's going on in this country, we have to realize that there's a reason why we are where we are and they are where they are. As a whole, now most of us are doing okay. But as a unit, as a community, not so good. Because DEI stands for the N word. And that's not all the people that's taking advantage of DEI. It ain't just for blacks, it's for all people that are people, what they call POC, people of color. So it wasn't just for us. It was for a lot of other people. Well, that's fine. And like you said, we're gonna make it. Because most of those people that's in those positions are highly skilled and qualified to go other places. Trust me, if they black. Because they wouldn't have gotten those positions. They didn't have masters, PhDs, MBAs, all of that. I can guarantee you that. In fact, I might even go down to government office and look at it and see and check some names off and then read about those people. And I can guarantee you a lot of those people are overqualified in those positions. Overqualified. Half the people you probably even need a college degree or a PhD or a master's degree for that job. But they got it. Trust me, they got it. Matter of fact, I think I will do that. Once this show is over, I'm gonna look that up. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay. My take here is no matter what you people over there who get ready to lose your job, there's another one waiting. And we're not going to let a bully us. Don't let a bully us. And I do believe that down the road, we're going to come out of this and stuff, and everything going to be all right. Sometimes you got to do a little suffering, but you're going to be all right. But all those people that was just had been told that they can't lose, they're going to lose their job. They got people standing behind them, families. They got homes that they got to pay for. They got a mortgage they got to pay for. They got food they got to put in these children's mouths. The only thing good about that whole thing and stuff was the man said send them home, furlough them with pay. You're going to pay them while they furlough them. So they're sitting out there making full pay, furloughed. You got opportunity to find you some other place to go to, some other place if you want to be a government person. And if I'm not mistaken, some of those folks and stuff have unions and stuff that allow them to go someplace else and work. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know for sure, but I do think some of them have unions that protect their jobs. So they're gonna be okay. I just have a big stink and a crawl that's sitting up there in my throat, and I just cannot swallow what that man is doing and stuff and what he is saying.
Yep.
I just can't fathom that
Capital D.
we
Capital
put
E.
this
Capital
man
D-I.
in office and put him back over there
D.
into that
O.
White
B.
House to
E.
do as
R.
much damage as he
S.
can.
Government.
So anyway, we at the end, folks, and hope you enjoyed yourself. I know we had a pissing match going on here at the beginning of the show, but hell, all of us have a pissing match and stuff going on because we don't have
Don't let it phase you.
if we don't have pissing matches, then hell, we ain't living.
Don't let it phase you.
It stimulates the mind and the body. It don't mean anything.
Don't mean a
Shit.
thing. Don't mean a thing.
But enjoy your day, and we're gonna be all right. Bye bye.